Can you imagine a world where financial transactions happen without banks? Discover in this video how Bitcoin solved the centralization problem. Let's begin.
Blockchains are distributed digital ledgers or transaction ledgers. This means that they record transactions involving two or more parties. An example of a transaction could be sending coins from one account to another. In this case, a transaction is written to the ledger and cannot be reversed. The ledger is divided into blocks, hence the name blockchain, but for the moment we are not going to worry about that. Let's start by understanding the blockchain as a transaction ledger. A transaction is a record stored on the blockchain, updating its state. As blockchains became popular with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's sole purpose is to serve as digital money, Bitcoin transactions are intended to transfer money between accounts. Let's think about how a ledger can be used for this purpose. Let's think about a bank, where Alice and Bob have an account. Let's say that Alice currently has 30 coins in her account, and Bob has 10 coins. So Alice wants to send Bob 10 coins. She needs to go to the bank, identify herself, and request the bank to send Bob 10 coins. The first step is to open the ledger and record a transaction. Transfer. Alice to Bob, value 10. After that, he updates their balances, deducting 10 coins from Alice and adding 10 coins to Bob's balance. That's not how Bitcoin works, but that's basically the idea of a ledger, record transactions. Let's continue. The problem with the mentioned scheme is the need for a bank and a bank employee to update the ledger. Unlike Alice and Bob, the employee plays a central role in the story. He, and he alone, has the power to alter the ledger. This means that we have to trust the bank and its employees to manage our accounts. This is exactly the problem that Bitcoin aims to solve. Create a ledger that does not need a central power to update it, and that can be maintained only by its participants in a fully peer-to-peer and decentralized system. So it is necessary to maintain a ledger that Alice, Bob, and everyone else in the network agrees is correct, up-to-date, and unique. The rules on how to update the ledger must be in the protocol and allow everyone to participate in the process. In other words, there must be a consensus among all participants on a single truth of the network. This requires a consensus mechanism. Satoshi solved this problem with a so-called Nakamoto consensus, which includes a mechanism we've already mentioned: proof of work. Satoshi created the first system with artificial trust properties by combining a distributed ledger with a consensus mechanism that allows pseudo-anonymous participants.